Welcome to lesson 2.2. So today we're continuing on learning about transformations on a graph, and today we're going to talk about translations. Translations are shifting of the shape. So a reflection, we were flipping over a line, and now a translation, we're literally like sliding it up and down, left and right. So this thing right here is called a vector. Okay, so we typically have dealt with like parentheses, x and y. All these pointing things that is called a vector, and all that means is that it's direction. So the direction of x and the direction of y. Okay, so when we have numbers here, it's just telling us which way to move. So we're going to start on this one, the positive 1, 2, 3. So all that's telling us to do is move our x value 2 spaces to the right, because it's positive, and our y spaces up 3 spaces because it's positive. Okay, if it's negative, you'll move down or to the left, depending on your x and y. Okay, so I have 2, 1, that's my ordered pair. And so I'm going to shift this point to the right 2 spaces and up 1, 2, 3 spaces. And so this point is my new point. That's my translation of 2, 3 for the point 2, 1. And so my new ordered pair is 4, 4. Okay? So again, translations is just the numbers are telling you which direction to move. So let's open up. So I'm over here on this one. So we're going to start with triangle ABC. And so what we're doing is we're doing a translation of 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to move our x values 2 spaces to the right and our y values 3 spaces up. Now, you can do this with adding. So we can do, for our image, we're going to do A prime, B prime, and C prime. Remember, after every translation, you do a tally mark to show how many translations have happened. Okay, so if I'm shifting my point A right here by 2, 3, I'm moving it to the right 2 spaces and up 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's my A prime. Now, the other way we can do this is adding. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1, and then negative 1 plus 3 is 2. And if you check, that's exactly where A prime is. Okay, so if you have the graph, you can count, or if you have the points, you can just add the numbers. So B prime is going to be negative 3 plus 2, which is negative 1, and negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. Now on the graph, if we go to the right 2 and up 1, 2, 3, we end up exactly there. Okay, so as long as we're counting correctly, we should end up with the correct points. Okay, so B prime. And then C is at 0, negative 4, so C is going to be at 2, negative 1. And if you count 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, yep, that's where it is. So then you graph the line. So if both x and y are positive, you're moving right and left, or right and up. Okay, x is always left or right, y is always up and down. The positive and negative tells you which way it goes. So since they're both positive, you're going right and up. Okay, so then D, E, F. So we're going to move to the right 2 and up 3. So E, we're going to write 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That would be E prime. D, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And F is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that would just be me counting them on the graph. So you can literally just track. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Or you can do the math and then graph. It doesn't matter. Whichever way you like better is fine with me. It's entirely up to you. So our new point for D is negative 2, 5. So it'll be 5, and then 2 plus 2 is 4. So 4 and then 2. Okay, so you can either add them or you can count on the graph. Whichever way works better for you is fine with me. It really does not matter to me. So now let's go to our translations of -2, 3, so the second top one. So since the x is negative, we're going to be moving left. The y is still positive, so we're going to keep it, we're still going to go up. So from this point, we're going to go left, 1, 2, and then up, 1, 2, 3. And that's my new point. And that new point is 0, 4. Okay? So now let's open up. So I have the pre-image ABC. So we're doing the translation of -2, 3. So now we're going to shift to the left 2 and up 3. So shift to the left, 1, 2, and then up 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that's my A prime. Okay, so A prime is going to be -1, 4. Okay, because 1 plus -2 is -1, 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, B prime, you're going to count. So I'm going to go to the left, 1, 2, and then up 1, 2, 3. So that's B prime. And then C, I'm going to go to the left, 1, 2, and up 1, 2, 3. C prime. So my shape, my shape is right here, okay? And then I'm going to fill in my ordered pairs down here. B is going to be -1, 1, and then C is going to be 2, 1. Okay? So again, you can add them ahead of time and then graph, or you can do it beforehand. It doesn't matter which one you like to do. It's entirely up to you. Either is fine with me because they're both mathematically correct. So the translation of -2, 3 with -3, 0. So that would be -5, 3, 1, 3, and 1, 0. Okay, so that's how I can find the ordered pairs and then graph them. So -5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3. That would be D prime. E prime is 1, 3. And F is 1, 0, so right on the x-axis, so that's F prime. So there is my shape shifted by those points. So up 3 and to the left 2, okay? All right, so now let's go back, and now let's do down here where the y is negative but the x is positive. So since the x is positive, we're moving to the right, and since the y is negative, we're going down. So my point is 2, 1, so I'm going to the right. I'm going to go to the right, 1, 2, and then down, 1, 2, 3. So that is my new ordered pair. So my new ordered pair is 4, -2. Okay, so let's open up. So 4, -2. So A prime, remember I'm doing a translation of 2, -3. Okay, so I'm going to shift the shape I'm going to shift it right and then down. So C, I'm going to move to 2 spaces, 2 to the right, and then down 3. So that's where C prime is going to be. Okay, so again, you can count, you can add, it doesn't matter. So -3 plus 2 is -1, and 4 plus -3 is 1. So A is going to be right here. B is -1, -1. So -1, -1. sorry, -1, -2. Whoops. Sorry. So -2. And so that's B prime, A prime. And then C prime we found by counting, and that is 2, -2. Okay, so then I'm going to draw my line, and ta-da, I have graphed my shape. So now I have D, E, F. So D, we're going to shift to the right, 1, 2, and then down 1, 2, 3. That's D prime. E, we're going to shift to the left, or sorry, not left, right, 2, so 1, 2, and then down 1, 2, 3. F, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So then E prime and F prime. So there's our shape, and then you just are going to fill in the table with what your ordered pairs are. So D is -2, -1. E is 4, -1. And F prime is 4, -4. And ta-da, we have graphed a shift to the right and down. Okay, so let's go to the last one. So our last one is a translation of -2, -3. So we're going to go to the left and down. So I'm going to go to the left, 1, 2, and down 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that new ordered pair is 0, -2. And if you check, -2 plus 2 is 0, and 1 plus -3 is -2. So that's the other way you can do this. So you can count or add, it doesn't matter, whichever way works for you. So now let's find A prime. So A prime, B prime, C prime. So A is going to be -2, 1. B is going to be -2, -2. And then C is going to be 1, -2. So 1, -2 is C. -2, -2 is B. And A is -2, 1. And you can always check yourself by making sure this was a shift to the left and down. And yes, it was. I shifted to the left and down. Okay, so that's, you can always check yourself. Okay, so then D prime is going to be -5, -1. E prime is going to be 1, -1. And F prime is going to be 1, -4. Okay, so -5, -1. 1, -1, and then 1, -4. So F prime, E prime, and D prime. So again, remember, if you have the corner pieces, not parentheses, the little arrows like inequalities, then that means that it's a directional thing. It's called a vector, and that just means you're sliding the shape. So remember, for the X value, if it's negative, you're going left. If it's positive, you're going right. For the Y value, if it's positive, you're going up. If it's negative, you're going down. So that's it for lesson 2.2. Bye.